what had happened is that I kept getting the Word in me. And by putting the Word in me, I was getting the spiritual junk out. And at a certain point, I looked in the mirror and I was so unhappy with how I physically looked. And so I asked the Lord, I said, how do I do this? And so the Lord said, well, you travel, you're 100% travel. So, we're gonna figure out a diet for you. And so I was eating something that was fresh. It wasn't junk food. There were no more snacks in my home. And as such, I realized that, that's a great start, but I hear about exercise. I really need to exercise. Well, at a believers' convention, Jesse Duplantis once said that he couldn't run, and so he ended up running up the stairs. Well, my corporate apartment in California was in a 16-story building. So the Lord reminded me of that, and so I started to walk up the flights of stairs, up 16 flights of stairs. What kept me motivated in walking up 16 flights of stairs, take the elevator down, walk up 16 flights of stairs, take the elevator down, and doing between 48 to 64 flights of stairs a day. And that was as I started to confess who I was in Jesus Christ. I would start off on the bottom and say, greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. And let me tell you about He who is in the world. He who is in the world is defeated. He's humiliated. And next thing you know, I'm on the 16th floor. And I'd take the elevator down, and I would go for building number 2, or as I would call it, going through the building. And I'm sitting there and I'm confessing the Word of God, which I learned from Kenneth. Confessing the Word of God in my life, I realized that physically I could do whatever was needed to be done at that time. And in that case, it was a case of losing weight and getting the weight off. I can say that 1 year later, so that when I came back, 1 year for the 2007, at that time I had lost 69 pounds. I ended up going ahead and losing 2 pounds more, so it was a total of 71 pounds. But I had been able, over the course of that year, learning not only to get the spiritual junk out of my life, but to get the physical junk out of my life. And how I got the physical junk out of my life was by applying the spiritual aspect, which was helping me get it out. And so confessing the Word of God kept me going, kept me strong, and made it what I give God the glory, the opportunity to be healthy.